university requires students with less than 60 Tarleton credits to live on campus for 2 years unless they are over the age of 21, married, live with a relative, or have a medical issue. However, the rooms available do not accommodate the number of students required to live on campus. Some students are being forced to live through to a room in an area initially built to house 2 people. We spoke with Shelley Conboy Brown, Associate Director of Housing, to find out more on the situation.
We'll be adding approximately 500 beds this upcoming August, so that's Heritage Hall. We are going to break ground this summer for another facility. Again, that will be another 500 beds, and then we're in the discussion stages for a third facility. And the final bed count for that facility has not been determined, but we're looking at potentially another 500 beds. It could be less than that. It could be more than that. You know, we're looking at what that facility design will be like. Looked at that a lot. We actually had an outside company, a neutral company, come in and do an analysis. When they did the analysis, the thing that they found is that it is still less expensive to live on campus overall than it is to live off campus. One of the things that we have done is we have identified environments that students can choose that are lower cost. If they don't choose those, then they don't choose those. But right now, you can live in a Bender or a Ferguson double price or a Traditions triple price at a very low cost.
Personally?
Well, I think that every area there are concerns, that you've got to overcome, opportunities that you've got to work on, and those kinds of things. And we're no different. It definitely is difficult to manage the number of bed spaces with the amount of enrollment that we've got and the amount of demand. But that's just something that we've got to deal with, something that we've got to work on, and we recognize what that is, and we're taking drastic steps, significant amount of building projects in addition to some of the other things that we're doing in order to manage that constraint.
Brown also explained that Tarleton has a committee that looks at possible options for parking to go along with these new dorms, and that first-year students live in dorms while second-year students usually live in apartments on campus. However, students around campus had different opinions concerning housing, one particular being that a questionnaire should be offered to match students of similar people instead of picking roommates at random.
Why is it not good? Too little space, too close of people, especially when you don't get along with someone.
Is the low price worth living with 2 other people?
I'd rather pay more and have more room to myself than pay less and be squished in a room with 2 other people.
A first-year RL in Centennial discussed some of the benefits as well as the negatives of living on campus.
If you live in Centennial, it's just a couple hundred feet away, so you're more likely to do it when you live on campus, and you're more likely to get involved on campus to make that connection to the school. Whereas if you're off campus, you don't really have. There's more distance between the school and your connection. So I can't guarantee it for sure, but I'm pretty certain no one's like, oh, I want to live in Ferguson or Bender, because they have bad names that follow them, like Dirty Ferg, stuff like that. So nobody really is like, oh, send me there. So I guess for me it's been fun. I've been here. I'm about to finish my 2nd year, and then next year I'm also going to be an RL again in Centennial. So that'll be my 3rd year living on campus. And my biggest complaint is that as a junior, I still have to make food out of my microwave.
Melissa Urbanic with Texan TV News, and now back to you, Megan.